So here we are again. Howdy all. Well, if you're buying your first 190E or 190 model, there's a few things to look out for. In the first vlog I've given you some extensive sort of knowledge about what you should do and replace, components you should replace to get the car up to scratch. Anyway, I want to just discuss with you a few other things. These 190 engines like their oil capacity to be at the correct level, ensuring the hydraulic valves in the top of the engine are fully functioning. See? You should always check the dipstick. You've got a manual dipstick on these, not like these newer cars today with a, the dipstick which is done via the computer. But always check the dipstick quite regularly, because these engines, they like their oil to be at a good capacity. If they start running low on oil, they don't function as well. The engines are, are not so, well, they don't function as they should, so to speak. Now, another point with these engines, which is a major point in fact, is that the timing chain starts to wear between 120 and 150,000 miles. I've had one changed on my other model 190 that I had, the 1.8 engine, and you should change the chain and the tensioner. Now, a chain, genuine Mercedes-Benz double link chain for this engine is about 200 quid, and then you've got to buy the tensioner to go with it. It's no good just putting a chain on without putting a new tensioner in as well, so change both. So that's a necessity if you're going to keep the car and you want to get it running to top standard with the engine mechanics, and you should change the timing chain and tensioner. And of course you may as well change the serpentine belt, as I discussed in the old in the other vlog 1. Also, I've had the unfortunate experience on the 1.8 model, which run up to about 50,000 miles on that engine. On my other Mercedes, the first one I ever bought, 190, which was a metallic green colour car, it ran up to nearly 400,000 miles on a Stromberg carburetor, CD175 carburetor, which I discussed in my earlier vlog. So, I had an unfortunate experience that the ignition barrel jammed because it was worn, and I couldn't get the key in or the key out, whatever. I can't remember if it was I couldn't get the key out or the key in. And yes, that's right, I couldn't get the key in. It had locked. And unfortunately, we had to cut the steering lock. So my good mechanic friend, Phil Spiteri, down at Caerleon in Newport in South Wales here in the UK, he's my major job mechanic. He did it, but it was very labour intensive. Cost quite a lot of money. The barrel itself, you've got to buy a new one. You can't buy a second-hand one because it's false economy. It might go again. So Phil kindly did the work for me. The barrel from Mercedes-Benz, brand new barrel, was about 240 quid, I think that was, something like that, 250 quid. So an expensive thing. So make sure maybe you should get a barrel if you buy a car that's about put 120,000 miles or more. Maybe think about changing the barrel. It'll save you a lot of money in the long run. The ignition barrel. Not a lot more to say. I've said it all in the first vlog really. So when you're going to buy a second-hand Mercedes 190E like this one, you know, try and buy it with a service history if you can. Always buy with a service history. This one had a service history, but there was a few things wrong with it, you know, which I wanted to get up to spec with the engine, mechanics and so on. At a later stage I'll discuss with you vlog 3, which will be about the bodywork of the car, suspension and so on. Thank you very much for listening. I hope this has been helpful to all you 190E, 190 Mercedes-Benz enthusiasts.